Morning everyone, it is Saturday morning the 27th of April, about 6:20. Big dumbass head on me this morning. So lads, turned off water last night, had a leak coming into the parlour. I was nicked the pipe there when they were out in the field yesterday. Turned off the water, fixed that in the morning now in a bit of time. Totally forgot that it was the water supply for the calf feeder. I made such a bad mistake last night. I had a leak up on our water pipe coming into the milking parlour and I turned it off when I was leaving. Totally forgetting the water supply to the calf feeder. So there's been no water and no milk for the calves all night. Oh, carnage. There's been no water to the automatic calf feeder from about 7 o'clock last night till about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, backlog of calves, a lot of bawling, a lot of hungry calves over there now.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
I'll be kicking myself about that one now. Possibly for the next 3 or 4 days. On the feeder, if the calf has a red X beside it, it means it's missed that feed. It can't get that feed back, so it just continues on its cycle. So look at all them calves there. Oh man, that's just... Tomas. We'll mend that pipe after milking. Chalk that one down on the Silly Joe box. Try and remember that in the future. Frosty mornings, you can see where the cow's body heat has kept the ground nice and warm. Frost all around them. Cool, hungry cows this morning. It is a cold, frosty morning. Heavier frost than I thought. Touch of frost this morning. Keep Joe's backside warm. Which is not ideal. It's really hampering our regrowths on our paddocks that have been grazed. The multi-species field that's just sitting there. It's barely moved at all. If you have frost like we have this night and cold nights, which we've had for nearly all week, that slows down that regrowth. So, which means you have to keep meal feeding up. You possibly have to bring in some silage. You know, all additional costs when you should be really bringing meal down, no silage in, and just ramping up grass intake for the cows. Not ideal. There's a drop of rain coming. That will give a bit of a bounce in the temperatures, hopefully. Saturday morning, lots of football and stuff on today. It's a busy weekend ahead. We'll try and scratch out that mistake. I'll hit myself a few dunks now in a minute. Anyway, drive it on. Very hardy frost this morning. You can see the steam rising where the cows are lying on the ground. Breaths in the air. Hardy frost for April. Top tip on a very frosty morning: the warmest place in the milking parlour for your hands between the cow's udder and her leg. Get yourself a nice quiet cow, stick your paw in there, your hand will be defrosted in a couple of seconds. Sunday morning, just after 6:30, proper hardy April frost this morning. It's Baltic. Cows are good. Tightened them up on where they were last night up at the back of their houses just to clean it out. They've done a savage job. So they're going home to be milked this morning now and get home to fresh break of grass. And they're going out start of round 3. Sunday morning, the 28th of April. Cows out, sun's out. Cracker morning now. Frost burnt off. Them some happy cows. This is one happy farmer. Yeah, grass is still a little bit on the tight side. The frost is not helping at all. In terms of grass growth, the ground is drying out grand. I'm away footballing this morning over in Rathnew, so I'll travel across the mountains. We'll drive it off.
Last Friday I had my first practical day of my Teagasc Greensart college course on the largest Teagasc farm in the country, 200 acres in Kilkenny.
Morning everyone, it is Monday the 29th of April, it's 6:20 or so. I'm with the cows. You might be able to hear the rain there in the background. We're lucky our land will be able to cope with it. We're having savage drying there for the last week or 10 days, so yeah, it won't have much of an effect at all. And hopefully it's going to actually promote a bit of grass growth, as in the frost is gone, no frost last night. Girls had their crazy weekend with all their acrobatic shows. We got to see it yesterday evening, absolutely fantastic. So proud of them, they're so enthusiastic and so energetic and so flexible, and yeah, it was super, it was really, really good. So they'll be exhausted out this morning. So I'm over in the out farm now, just getting 4 bales of straw from our shed that was there that had the bull calves in it. The straw from 2022, yeah, sorry, had to think about that there for a second. Can bring home 4 at a time, 1 in the fork and 3 in the trailer, just for the calves that are still in the shed. We've about 30 or so bales left. Feeding out a bit of silage now, putting out small little bits. The cows come along then and they eat most of it. We restrict the grass that they get then, and it's going to be grass restriction. We get the diet wagon going for this evening and for the rest of the week. Garrett's heading out on a damp morning. A lot more rain fell in the last 2 hours than I thought. Heading out, driving it on. Hungry heifers. Ground well grazed.
Yeah, what are we doing? That's honey with them as well?
Yeah.
Why are you moving them?
All the grass.
Oh, where are you putting them?
Down to the bank here.
Oh, cool. On the way home from school, what else would you be doing?
Morning everyone. It's Tuesday, the 30th of April, last day of the month. Cows coming in for milking. Wet night. Plenty of damage around the gap there and on along the fence line where they've probably been standing for the last few hours. Drier day forecast today. So lots of damage done at the gap and along the fence line last night where the cows were standing. I didn't check the gauge, but we had 4 or 5 mil during the night, I'd say. We also had 3 cows bulling, which doesn't help to be all standing here in group and jumping on everything. There's a bit more rest time needed for this paddock now. Cows out under a very watery sky. A lot of rain yesterday, a lot of rain last night, and we seem to have caught most of the heavy showers that were going around, so ground conditions are back to slightly soft to yielding. But I think the forecast for today is to be a bit better, and we might get a few more dry days, so that'll dry us up again. Contractor is due in any moment now to get slurry out, and the second half of the contractor is in sometimes some stage later on today to get a bag of fertiliser out. So busy day. It'll be great to get more nutrients out, organic and synthetic, to push on grass growth. Thankfully there's been a shift in temperature. We were over 13 degrees yesterday. Hopefully we'll get the same today. That'll drive on the likes of this cover here, which is just prime for growing. That'll push that on and reduce the bit of pressure we're under at the moment. Ball last night with Oscar over in Ballinakil, the under 13s. Super game, they won, played some fantastic football. Oscar had a cracking game, he's delighted with himself. I was doing umpire. It was out to John Kelly, fellow farmer, and Dara Flynn, their coaches. They're on this magic unbeaten run. I probably jinxed it for them now. Morning, Ellen's away to Tinnahealy for her college course. Drive it on. Contractor in. First load going out with a collecting yard. Obviously she was full. Going out onto the multi-species through the dribble bar. Rain has passed off a bit now, hopefully, so we're getting a sprinkle of fertiliser out. Back to the acre of 18612 on about 40-45 acres. We abandoned the slurry, it was just too wet, the tanker was just too heavy, and I haven't gone up to the field yet, but it was starting to do a bit of damage.
Hello is your favourite and best and strongest farmer, Oscar O'Meal, on April 30th, Tuesday, on farm. Just moving the cows over. Tell there's something wrong. All those cows had gotten out. All of them were supposed to be in that field there. But when I checked over at the power box, one of the cables that was on the wire for it actually fell off, and cows were able to just walk right over and head out. Quite a few did head out, but not all of them. Hello, it's Oscar and Dad here, just coming down from the farm, doing the milking. Actually, we're at that, and that's the last one there, there's only 3 of them.
Morning everybody, it's the 1st of May. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Cows coming in. Yeah, we had to bite the bullet yesterday evening and make a decision on what we were doing in terms of damage that was being done to the land and how quick we were going around the 3rd round. So we're back to half in, half out. So half the cows were in last night on silage and the other half were out, and they'll flip over again today. Feels like we're after going back a month. A lot of rain fell yesterday, probably a 10 or 12 mil, maybe a bit more. And our fields that have been damaged had already got a small bit of damage earlier in the spring, so we can't just keep repeating that cycle. We won't grow any grass later on in the year. So as you can see, it's obviously a bit dirty there around the gap where they're coming in, but where them ladies are after grazing last night isn't too bad at all. So the round ahead of us, a little bit of a chance to bulk up a bit more. Grass size after picking up, grass growth after picking up a bit in the last few days. It's a bit warmer. Getting their grass in, happy out. Just for a bit of context, it's not unusual on our farm to be pipe for grass or feeding silage on the 1st of May. It happens regular enough. Just trying to find that balance between closing up some of the grazing platform for post-cut silage and then having enough ground to run around on. What is unusual is that we've had to rehouse half the cows night or day. Normally we would feed along the fence line there with the diet wagon or throw it out in the clumps like I saw it there a few days ago. You know, because ground conditions would be nice and dry and the paddocks would be able to take that bit of extra work on feeding out silage, absolutely no problem whatsoever. We've been doing that for a long, long time. It's the first time I can remember in forever that we've had to rehouse, because feeding out silage in the field is not an option. It'd be way too much damage. Sives heifer, apple star, showing very strong signs of bulling this morning. You can see the tail paint has gone off the top of her head. She's partnered up with that cow there who's bulling as well, so Sive will be delighted with that news. These are all the signals that you look for when trying to pick up heat. Cows standing around together in groups, heads resting on top of each other. It's hyper alert to what other cows are doing around them, and obviously the tail paint's gone off the top of her tail head.
Myself and Joe are up on Uncle Paddy's farm that we rent, and we're moving our 3 beef cows and last year's calves up to a new paddock. There's honey. What's rare is wonderful, and that's why we love honey so much. Go on. So Honey was reunited with her calf that we had weaned off her. Yeah, I think they recognise each other. You see them sitting together in odd time, but they're not hanging out with each other or anything. I'm going up here. Hooking up a water pipe. Look at the fabulous cherry blossom tree and bluebells that would have been originally planted by, well, the bluebells by Joe's granny. Joe's doing my work for me. I'm supposed to be down here doing all this, but I got caught up talking to his dad, filling him in on the ongoings of the farm. Thanks, Joe.
Don't let him go by the trailer, Ellen.
These are our last born calves, all beef, selling to a neighbour. He only wants bulls, is it?
Yeah.
And we only have 2 bulls.
Yeah.
Because I had my practical day in Kildalton on Friday, my usual Friday wash-up wasn't done, so the feeder was a bit gank. This grade cover was a bit mouldy. Soapy water to wash these feeders out. They get absolutely disgusting. Whoopsie to me, was supposed to come back to the heifers and give them water on the way home from school, and I forgot. So before Joe takes the car for football, I remembered, thank God. Yeah, they wanted this water, but they remembered and came up, oh God. My beautiful honey. My 3rd visit over to the heifers today to give them water, because it's not actually hooked up, it's just a hose we're filling up. Alright everyone, it is Friday the 3rd of May,
start of the long May bank holiday weekend. The wetness continues. Feeding twice our normal levels of amount of meal, twice the normal levels of amount of silage. Cubicles in May. Didn't have that on my bingo card for this year. Grass growth is probably 3 weeks to a month behind where it should be. We were due to start our AI this morning, postponed that till Monday, purely because of the weather. It's cows inside bowling, it's hard to pick them up, it's just, pain in the backside. Sold the last of our beef calves that we're not keeping yesterday evening, so delighted that they're gone. One less job to do. So the only calves we have on farm now are all on the automatic feeder. First 2 weaned today. We thought they'd be finishing at 85 days, but it's actually 88. It's fine, they're finished over there now. Yeah, same as I've been saying all spring. Keep the chins up. Riding out now, lads, just ride out. Our third dawn is coming. Hopefully plenty of false starts, but look, it'll turn very, very quick if it does turn soon. So it is milder this morning. It says him with his woolly hat on him, but it is a little bit milder this morning, so grass is going to pick up, hopefully. Drive it on.
You ready for day farming?
Oh yes.
You gonna wear your orange overalls? No?
We're up here in Paddy's now, my uncle's. We're going to get maiden heifers and our few beefies. We're going to bring them down to the yard. So Ellen's stopping the gap up there, Fiona's stopping the gap here, and I'm going to open the gate and they should walk out and I'll be over here to turn them up there.
Okay. Come on girls, come on. Hey honey. So give me grass and give me grass now. Moan.
No, here, you got them, you managing?
He's gonna get a sloppy one. What are we doing, Joe?
We're down here at the bottom of the football fields. Thanks.
Sorry, go on. Joe, so what are we doing?
Down here at the bottom of the football field, setting up a fresh break of grass for the heifers. It's Friday today, hopefully it'll keep them there till Sunday, and we'll get them back in and put on scratch guards, bit of pour on, weigh them. We said that about 10 times over the spring now, but we might actually get around to weighing them, and then make a decision on whether we're AIing or just going with full power to breed them. So that's the plan.
It's raining. Again.
I'm walking back up towards you.
So what are you doing?
I'm rolling the reel up that way.
Should I not be doing this as a part of my green cert? You know, this is one of my tests for my green cert. Should I not be doing this? It's hard to learn that on this farm because obviously Joe's faster at everything, so he always says you can do it next time, I'm in a rush now. But we're always in a rush, so you never get to actually practice what you're supposed to be practicing. Explain this fencing system. What are you doing and why are you doing it?
Okay, this is a temporary fencing reel. It's geared reel, so you wrap your string, which is plastic wire with thin strips of metal wire running through it, so it'll carry the power. You wrap it around this geared reel. It's geared as in that lad latches down there and it won't, you can pull it tight. So it's for temporary wire to split paddocks in half. Yeah, it's more control of your grass, more efficient use of your grass, as in dairy cows from this time of the year on, you'd be giving them a 36-hour allocation, so enough grass for 36 hours. So you let the wire in and they walk away. But in the spring, as it is now, very difficult rain conditions, weather conditions, you're giving them 12-hour strips, so you need your temporary fence. As Ellen says, put the back fence up to stop them tracking over where they were and doing more damage. In a normal grazing situation, you wouldn't need that at this time of the year.
Why? Because there'd be so much grass in front of them, they wouldn't want to go back?
Yeah, or the ground would carry them going back, that's all. But now, because it's so wet, they're just doing damage everywhere they go. So, but extremely useful tool. The temporary poly wire, as it's called, or temporary fence reel, has revolutionised grazing, rotational grazing all over the world, predominantly in Ireland because we're very much a grass-based system.
And New Zealand, I presume.
And New Zealand, yeah, it just makes management of grass so much more efficient.
And that's the champion of Irish dairy is our grass management, isn't it?
Yeah. So Ellen's going to take over the reel now and get practicing for her test.
Okay.
We're reeling it up now so the cows can go on to this, or the heifers can go on to this bit of grass that's out here in front where Rosie's standing.
And we're moving it down.
And moving it down to go along the boundary down there at the road.
Okay. And you think there's still herons?
Yeah, but that's a good tester for you so that you're not messing around with the wire, you're keeping it tight on your toes. The only way to learn.
The first thing that we learned on our thing was today was to go and turn off the car before you do this.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't know that way.
This is Farm and Joe style. There you are, nice and you walk as you reel.
Yeah, but all of these.
Strictly forbidden.
It resets it or it does something.
Yeah, it just messes with it massively, so you can't be near the electric fence wire at all. Really?
This is what every piece of grass looks like, wet. So that means when the cows are eating, they're getting a lot of they're getting filled up with a lot of water and not a lot of dry matter. So they're getting full, but they're not getting enough nutrients.
We're educating ourselves here on real etiquette, so we'll be a few minutes on when we thought. The side of the collecting yard, and normally you're going to stand over there where the digger is.
Okay.
And I'll man them over here in the lane.
Yeah, John's letting them break free the yard. I think they never had grass in their lives the way they're going on. Come on girls, come on girls. Good girl, Honey leading the charge. Come on Honey, show them what to do. Crazy Wagyu who escaped for 4 months last year, went to wander to a neighbour's farm. Come on, girls. Shh. Fionn has no school today. The schools can take 20 holidays days a year. Well, they're taking one today because it's Punchestown weekend, which is a big weekend around here because we're close enough to the racecourse. Planned to dose these heifers today, but it's too wet, so we're going to probably do it on Sunday or Monday, and hopefully it'll be drier then. Now there they are in their paddock. The milkers were here. We didn't let them down the end there where you can't see over the bend of the bank. It had gotten too wet, so they're going to finish grazing this paddock. Heads down, happy out, as they say in Wicklow. The half-ton bag of meal only lasts the calves 2 weeks. Unreal.
This is where the last of the cows were, the calves. We're going to clean out here, going to clean out this pen beside us where the beefies were. Going to take down that gate there, that divides where the calves have this full run in here. And then the weaned calves are going to go into the pen where we're standing.
I was doing farmer carries in CrossFit yesterday. It looked a bit different though. Well, I don't think I had that heavy of a dumbbell. Well, we know straw is very expensive to buy in, but you have to remember also there is an upside, is that all that dung that is now on that straw will be spread to the land and you're fertilising the land. So it's got a twofold use.
Over and got the mask. Obviously I had the mask in case I got my one. So.
Morning everyone, Saturday the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Wet, shitty, overcast, sloppy, hard slog, milder.
Sir, the possibility of success is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Status on farm. We got a Hereford bull, hired in a Hereford bull yesterday from Limerick. Handsome looking chap. Big set of horns on him. He's going to run with the heifers for 6 weeks and then he'll clean up the cows for 3 weeks. We've adjusted our breeding plan for the heifers. They normally would come with the cows, but because of the weather we don't have enough grass for them, so
Mr. Hereford's going to take over their job, and he might throw in our level 2 short-term vote with the CFO. Midland busy weekend on football. Fionn at Wales County. He's down to Clare today, playing with Wicklow, so best of luck to Fionn. Sive is away suffering all day, getting to go to Tala Stadium to see the Rovers ladies. He's super excited, and sleepovers and super social life aside. So, I'm still out with my hamstring strain, stroke injury, stroke old age, woes, so no football for me tomorrow morning. We'll be training under 15s. Holiday weekend. Enjoy it if you have it off, if it's a long one for you, if you're a farmer. Try to be as happy as I can, lads. Drive it on. May the fourth be with you.
If you enjoyed this video and like our channel, please subscribe.